this August 16 at 8 p.m. on our Friday live stream habit, meet our kababayans and dear friends who made their dreams come true, our dearest newcomers. Meet Koji, one of the very loyal East Coast friends who just arrived late spring of this year through the provincial nominee program. Meet Anne. Despite many hurdles of her documents, she finally got reunited with her husband last September 2018. Meet Beatriz, who worked at Ecuadorian Air Force and came here last year and now hoping for her approval of the post-study work permit. And finally, meet Shasha, who just arrived this week through the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. Let us all find out their struggles and their early successes as they fulfill their dreams here in Canada. And don't forget to join in the promo play to win Halo Halo, the ultimate summer dessert, and big thanks to Kabayan Food Mart. This and many more on August 16 at 8 p.m. on our Friday live stream habit here on East Coast Filipino Portal. Do you remember before you called Canada your new home, you dream about coming here first? Mga kababayan and East Coast friends, this August 16 at 8 p.m. on our Friday live stream habit, meet our kababayans and dear friends who made their dreams come true, our dearest newcomers. Meet Koji, one of the very loyal East Coast friends who just arrived late spring of this year through the provincial nominee program. Meet Anne. Despite many hurdles of her documents, she finally got reunited with her husband last September 2018. Meet Beatriz, who worked at Ecuadorian Air Force and came here last year and now hoping for her approval of the post-study work permit. And finally, meet Shasha, who just arrived this week through the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. Let us all find out their struggles and their early successes as they fulfill their dreams here in Canada. And don't forget to join in the promo play to win Halo Halo, the ultimate summer dessert, and big thanks to Kabayan Food Mart. This and many more on August 16 at 8 p.m. on our Friday live stream habit here on East Coast Filipino Portal. Do you remember before you called Canada your new home, you dream about coming here first? Mga kababayan and East Coast friends, this August 16 at 8 p.m. on our Friday live stream habit, meet our kababayans and dear friends who made their dreams come true, our dearest newcomers. Meet Koji, one of the very loyal East Coast friends who just arrived late spring of this year through the provincial nominee program. Meet Anne. Despite many hurdles of her documents, she finally got reunited with her husband last September 2018. Meet Beatriz, who worked at Ecuadorian Air Force and came here last year and now hoping for her approval of the post-study work permit. And finally, meet Shasha, who just arrived this week through the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. Let us all find out their struggles and their early successes as they fulfill their dreams here in Canada. And don't forget to join in the promo play to win Halo Halo, the ultimate summer dessert, and big thanks to Kabayan Food Mart. This and many many more on August 16 at 8 p.m. on our Friday live stream habit here on East Coast Filipino Portal. Do you remember before you called Canada your new home, you dream about coming here first? Mga kababayan and East Coast friends, this August 16 at 8 p.m. on our Friday live stream habit, meet our kababayans and dear friends who made their dreams come true, our dearest newcomers. Meet Koji, one of the very loyal East Coast friends who just arrived late spring of this year through the provincial nominee program. Meet Anne. Despite many hurdles of her documents, she finally got reunited with her husband last September 2018. Meet Beatriz, who worked at Ecuadorian Air Force and came here last year and now hoping for her approval of the post-study work permit. And finally, meet Shasha, who just arrived this week through the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. Let us all find out their struggles and their early successes as they fulfill their dreams here in Canada. And don't forget to join in the promo play to win Halo Halo, the ultimate summer dessert, and big thanks to Kabayan Food Mart. This and many more on August 16 at 8 p.m. on our Friday live stream habit here on East Coast Filipino Portal. Do you remember before you called Canada your new home, you dream about coming here first? Mga kababayan and East Coast friends, this August 16 at 8 p.m. on our Friday live stream habit, meet our kababayans and dear friends who made their dreams come true, our dearest newcomers. Meet Koji, one of the very loyal East Coast friends who just arrived late spring of this year through the provincial nominee program. Meet Anne. Despite many hurdles of her documents, she finally got reunited with her husband last September 2018. Meet Beatriz, who worked at Ecuadorian Air Force and came here last year and now hoping for her approval of the post-study work permit. And finally, meet Shasha, who just arrived this week through the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. Let us all find out their struggles and their early successes as they fulfill their dreams here in Canada. And don't forget to join in the promo play to win Halo Halo, the ultimate summer dessert, and big thanks to Kabayan Food Mart. This and many more on August 16 at 8 p.m. on our Friday live stream habit here on East Coast Filipino Portal. Do you remember before you called Canada your new home, you dream about coming here first? Mga kababayan and East Coast friends, this August 16 at 8 p.m. on our Friday live stream habit, meet our kababayans and dear friends who made their dreams come true, our dearest newcomers. Meet Koji, one of the very loyal East Coast friends who just arrived late spring of this year through the provincial nominee program. Meet Anne. Despite many hurdles of her documents, she finally got reunited with her husband last September 2018. Meet Beatriz, who worked at Ecuadorian Air Force and came here last year and now hoping for her approval of the post-study work permit. And finally, meet Shasha, who just arrived this week through the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program.
Mga kababayan and East Coast friends, welcome to your Friday live stream habit here on
East Coast Filipino Portal.
We showcase the passion and the pursuit of Filipinos and their friends
In East Coast Canada region, we connect the Filipinos in East Coast Canada region to the world.
This live stream is powered by YouFind Canada. For your social media marketing needs, contact youfind.ca or you can call Joey Moreno at 902-440-8304.
Big thanks to Hooked on Detailing. For your premium auto detailing in HRM, contact Paul Salvador at 902-412-6001, located at 43 Fielding Avenue, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
And thanks to Mortgage Alliance. For your right broker and your right mortgage, contact this guy, Donnie Abad, at dabad@mortgagealliance.com. So that's dabad@mortgagealliance.com. And Primerica. For your RRSP, RESP, and your financial protection needs, contact this guy, Donnie Abad, at 902-292-1368. Ayan!
Alright, wow.
We are very excited for our Friday's live stream today, guys.
We're packed.
We are very packed. Alam mo,
Yeah.
launch tayo ng Settle East Coast. We've been
Yeah.
talking about it for a lot of weeks already. Me, Joey, and Donick, and we've been getting a lot of good responses.
Amazing, yeah.
And yun, nag-launch tayo dun sa Facebook natin. So we're so excited. Ang daming mga Pinoy na nagbe-message, hey, meron kaming mga gamit na gustong i-share. And very timely kasi
Absolutely.
kasi yung guest natin mamaya, they're newcomers in Canada.
Mhm.
Ayan.
Yeah. Kanina lang nag-donate si na Rachel.
O wag na lang natin yan.
Nag-donate sila, so very
Sino-sino
very
nag-donate kasi,
happy. Ang daming response na.
Kanina naglilinis ako, may kumatok sa bahay.
Wow.
So yan, maganda yung response.
Yeah, we're really grateful for everyone that responded to the call for donations and any help, volunteering for any future volunteer work and newcomers.
Mm-hmm. So, and of course, aside from the Filipinos helping each other, we also have other communities. Like last week we had Sofia and Redempta,
yeah.
and today we have a special guest from Ecuador.
Yeah.
So we're quite excited. That's why we have to speak English.
Absolutely. Yay!
Yeah. So we're so excited and we can't wait. So we'll go to our news first.
Yep.
So this first stop, we're gonna have the 11.4 million budget given by our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau for the flood problem in New Brunswick, specifically Fredericton.
Yeah.
Ayan. So, of course, this project is geared towards making sure that there's transportation, there's infrastructure, so that despite the flood, all of these basic necessities are being catered to the residents in Fredericton and of New Brunswick.
Yeah, there was a news last year. I think it was last year wherein there was huge flooding in New Brunswick and Fredericton. So this would help a lot in hopefully reducing any serious issues on flooding in New Brunswick and specifically Fredericton.
Awesome. So thanks so much to our federal government. Ang bilis ng response, no? They had a problem last year and right away they responded for this year. So we really appreciate the positive and prompt response from the federal government.
Yeah.
And this one I'm quite excited because a lot of Filipino women are actually well, not really a lot, but like there's a good number of Filipino women who are now working with the Irving Shipyard. And to know that there's $500 million being allotted for the project next year to empower the Royal Canadian Navy, it's a big thing. So that means more jobs from this more projects.
Yeah. There's that program that you were mentioning. It's Women Unlimited
program.
That's really helpful for empowering women, and also gives us opportunity for us to be able to find jobs here, like specifically in Irving. They're doing a great job with that program.
So it's a 5-year contract. So that means, anything can happen. Within 5 years, they might probably add more funds, more budget, so that they can enhance the Royal Canadian Navy.
Yeah.
Ayan. And the next up, guys, nagmamadali ba ako? I'm just so excited for our newcomers. Because we are all newcomers, right, before. So we all started as newcomers. Anyway, so we're gonna have our last stop for our news. This one is a positive news, positive vibes naman kasi Canada is setting a good role model in terms of immigration.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so according to a Wall Street Journal, we have an elaborate and a system with immigration that functions well, and we also hold lessons outside of the country.
Yeah.
So in other countries, so parang maganda talaga ang Canada kasi Canada really sets the bar in terms of not just inviting people, but making sure that we have skilled immigrants who are ready for the job and to raise the economy of the country.
Yeah, and then Donald Trump was actually quoting Canada as one, like an example. That's amazing, right? So really,
at least we got a positive word from him, which is a rare incident.
Yeah. So it's a good compliment for the system that Canadians have, Canadian government have. So it's really amazing that the Canadian government's being recognized for the effort and the system that they have in place.
And we really appreciate, I think was it during summer or before summer started, people from New Brunswick, they went to the Philippines to conduct, it's sort of like an outreach to be able to see possible job applicants for boosting the local economy in that province. So
and immigration too.
And of course, today we have guests from AIPP, Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. So we'll find out paano ba naging process nila and how did they settle here in Canada. So I just can't wait for that. But before we'll have it, we're gonna have the events, bro. What are the events that we are expecting for this coming weekend? Or this week.
So the first one that we have would be is it the Freedom? So the Freedom in the city. So that's going to be held in the Citadel High. So it's the first time that they're going to have it here in HRM. So it's a good opportunity for us to know about the culture and also see Citadel Hills for those that have not been there. So it's a good excuse for you to be able to be there. That's on August 23rd from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's a Friday. So when you're free, it's free. There's no fee for it. So it's a good opportunity for you to see Citadel Hill and the freedom of the city.
Yeah. And the next stop, we're gonna have, what's the next event? Celebration
Indian.
of India's Independence Day.
Yeah, Indian Independence
So
Day.
the reason why we have this as a feature for this Friday is because we have a lot of friends from India. So hi to Vishal. Vishal is very supportive. He's our president of the overall president of the Indian community here in East Coast Canada.
And also the multicultural.
Yes, the president for the Nova Multifest Society. So this is an important event for the Indians here in East Coast Canada. So it's going to happen on the 18th, which is on Sunday at 2 p.m. till 5 p.m. at St. Teresa's Parish in Halifax. So it's a 6351 North Street in Halifax.
Yeah. And then the next one is the New Brunswick Sunflower Festival. So it's going to be amazing. For those who like flowers, specifically sunflowers, so it's a good opportunity for you to visit the New Brunswick Sunflower Festival. That's on August 23rd from 10 a.m. To August 25th, 5 p.m. 2927 Prediction Road, Salisbury, New Brunswick. Yeah.
Yep, it's in 2927 Salisbury, Fredericton Road, Salisbury. And when my mom came here, she planted some sunflowers. She was so delighted with the flowers, of course.
Awesome.
Lumabas na. Ayan. So
and then the next one, bro, it will be for tomorrow, for those
Yes!
that
Ayan, oo. We're so excited.
You will be MCing it
No,
for
you.
tomorrow. You'll be
Both of us will be part
Yeah.
of that. So I think we're quite excited for that because it's for a good cause. ANCOP Walk has been
ANCOP
happening all over Canada for 15 years in key cities in this country, and ayan, first time sa Nova Scotia.
Yeah,
so
true.
parang parati tayo nahuli. But it's okay. So it's never too late. So we're gonna be there tomorrow from 2 till 2 p.m. till 5 p.m. at the Victoria Park in Truro. So
Yeah.
be there, guys. There's a registration, but you can do a walk-in registration. So there'll be some dances, some program, and then we're gonna walk to Victoria Falls.
Yeah,
It's
there'll
our
be a
first
Zumba
time.
too. So for
Oh,
people who
Zumba,
like
ayan.
Zumba,
Favorite
and
kong
also once everyone got tired with walking and doing Zumba, there's going to be food afterwards. So there's going to be
So it's a balanced activity.
Yeah.
So you burn and then you gain again.
yeah,
So we
carb
like
loading
that.
and then
Ayan,
restoring the muscles.
ayan, mussels from seafood ba yun, bro?
Muscles.
Ah, okay, so thanks to Tita Peachy Forbes and
For the invite.
Greg
and
Forbes
Greg
for coming here last time, and we can't wait. So I will be there, my family will be there, your family will be there.
Yeah, and Koji's family would be there.
We're gonna
too.
miss Joey though from You Find, but
Yeah.
it's okay. Ayan, so
Direct
Anko
Joey.
Walk answering the cry of the poor. Diba,
Right.
yung Anko Walk. So they do a lot of projects all over the world, especially sa Philippines.
The Philippines, in Africa too.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think the next video that we're going to have would be for our correspondent from Cape Breton. And then before we put in the video, I think we wanted to say, if you know anyone who would like to learn about AIPP, provincial nominee, international student, this is the perfect time for them to be tuning in, for them to be able to get some tidbits on some of the process and some of the strategies that they might be able to apply for them to make it easier for them to do or avail of any of those programs that we're going to discuss tonight.
Ayan, so we'll go to the East Coast correspondents from PI, Sherry Manantan, and of course, East Coast correspondent in Cape Breton, Jacqueline Molto. Let's watch
Yes.
this, guys. Yeah, thanks.
Guys, we're here in George Street in Sydney, Cape Breton for the 2019 Hot August Nights. This is a two-day event in which the people can showcase their antique, vintage, and customized cars. And the proceeds of this event is for the charitable institution, the Children's Wish Foundation. The charity includes selling of hot dogs, sandwiches, pops, chips, some memorabilia, t-shirts, and jackets. All proceeds will go to Children's Wish Foundation. For tonight, there is estimated 250 participants, and for tomorrow, the second day, mas marami pa daw magpa-participate. So that will be around 350 all in all from different places here in Cape Breton. For this week, this is me, Jacqueline, your East Coast Filipino Portal Correspondent of Cape Breton. Maraming salamat po.
Hello everyone sa East Coast Filipino Portal. We're here today in Charlottetown to watch the Gold Cup Parade, and kasama po natin si Ate Mary.
Hello.
And Zion.
Hi. Sineri. I'm from PI. We're watching parade, Gold Cup Parade.
Nanonood po. Nagka-clap po sila kasi we have a marathon ongoing. Here po.
Parade is the largest annual event in the Atlantic Canada, and the largest parade is at Montreal. Every year, the parade attracts over 100 floats from businesses, communities, and organizations from across the Maritime, multiple marching bands from the Maritime, across Canada, and occasionally from the United States, as well as numerous house, car, and clown entries.
Saturday night.
Sorry, how you see that, Carla?
There's a fat lady.
How's everybody feeling this morning?
And everybody's hired.
Oh, I said, how's everybody feeling this morning? That's better. Welcome to the Gold Cup Parade. We are also 100. I'm Trump Carolyn Scott Chapman, Carl Movies.
And that concludes our event for today. Hope you enjoyed as much as we did. And this is your East Coast Filipino portal here in PI, Sherilyn Manantan. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Wow, did you saw that parade? It was amazing, eh?
You know what I saw? What I'm seeing right now is our guest.
Oh!
I'm so excited for our guest. And yeah, the parade. I really like the mini cars where you can hop on it and ride on it and play with it. So guys from PI, thank you so much. Sherry, our East Coast correspondent, and she made this video just today. So she's really committed with East Coast Filipino Portal. Maraming salamat. And of course, our suki din in Cape Breton, we have Jacqueline Molto. Thank you so much. Guys, as you can see, we are full house tonight with our special episode with parang malungkot yung iba. With the special episode with the newcomers here in Canada. We'll have our first stop. So I made a mistake. It's not just Koji, but also Jen.
Yes.
So Ko-Jen, the team to beat. Ayan, let's welcome Koji. Ayan.
Koji and Jen.
They came in East Coast Filipino Portal.
Yeah. So, which program did you avail again?
PNP Provincial Nominee Program, Category B.
Category B.
Wow.
Awesome.
Ayan, awesome. And then we have Anne is our Suki. Just to let you know, Kojen, they're also our loyal East Coast one in Halifax fans. Ayan. And of course, Anne Magayam, our loyal East Coast friend too. So how did you get into Canada?
Through spousal sponsorship.
Awesome.
Who's your
And
spouse?
who's your spouse? Your
Kevin.
brother?
Yeah, my brother.
Kevin, yeah. Because last week I made a mistake. I said, oh, that's a sibling rivalry or whatever I mentioned. But they're not brothers and sisters. So they're actually husband and wife.
They're too young, eh?
Yeah, Kevin and Anne. Ayan. And of course, Beatrice from Ecuador.
Kumusta?
¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. Okay, you want to say hi to everyone and how did you get into Canada? Which program?
Hi, I came here as an international student and then I came with all my family, my husband, my 2 kids too. They are so happy to be here.
Wow.
And now I applied for the first graduation's work permit.
Postgraduate work permit. So guys, we only have one mic, so please speak a little louder so that our audience can hear us. Guys, if you have any questions, hindi pa pala, meron pa tayong guest. Pinatuloy mo lang eh. Ito yung pinaka-hot ngayon. Yung Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. And we are very much privileged to have with us 3-day-old in Canada. We have Shasha. Ayan.
Awesome evening, everyone.
Ayan. So Shasha is very awake because in the Philippines, the time is, what time is it in the Philippines? 7:28 a.m. So to those who are watching right now, we'd like to say hi to Mark, Marvin, Juan, Dallin, Alan, Arnell. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, we have friends in Ireland. Thank you so much, Michi. Michi said hello from the land of fire and ice, Iceland. Kuya Al, pakigreet kami. Thank you. Ayan, thank you so much. So guys, if you have any questions while we are chatting with our guest tonight, please comment down below. And don't forget our promo play.
Promo play. So our question for this week is which organization did Redempta founded? The answer is the first option is,
we have 3 options.
Yeah,
right?
3 options, but the answer is B. International student approach.
Binigay na agad ang answer.
Yeah, we wanted to make it easy.
Ayan, so that's how it is because all of these programs are convenient according to the report. But I'd like to say special hi to Greg Forbes.
Greg Forbes
is watching right now. So he was with us the other past episode. Well, not with us, but he supported Peachy Forbes when Peachy promoted ANCOP Walk for tomorrow's event. Ayan. Okay, let's start the ball rolling. We'll start with the team to beat, Koji and Jen, or Kojen. So, my biggest question is why did you choose Canada and why through provincial nominee program? Serious agad.
When we applied last year, that was the only program that we thought was available, the pathway for us.
Yeah.
There was a demand for Jen's occupation, which was NOC 111.
So what's
Which is
NOC 111?
For accountants and auditors.
Oh wow.
So actually, I was already searching for a province. I was just googling, nag-google lang, because normally you'd see Toronto, the big cities, MTV. So I saw Nova Scotia, and then when I typed Nova Scotia, I was doing the research. Sabi ko, uy, ang ganda. There's potential, beautiful. And then that's when I stumbled upon when in Halifax.
Wow.
So
very started following.
Yeah, and I started following the vlog.
Yeah, when in Halifax, right?
I didn't even know it was parang it was meant to be na the province we wanted. Tapos when in Halifax, parang nagano lang talaga, parang nag-connect lang.
Yeah.
And then, when we were researching, the pathway during that time, wala pa yung mga AIPP, gano'n. You were actually the last batch. Second to the last batch that accepted the provincial category B.
Wow, so you guys are really meant to be in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Maybe Jen, because she was the one that applied.
So it's a package. The whole
It's a
family
package,
came.
yes.
So your daughter came, of course, Koji, and of course Jen. So
How
how about
How long did it took for the whole process from start to end for everything to be done and for you to be able to move to Halifax? How long did it took?
The intake opened in April of last year. So, and then we got the final result in January of this year.
Okay.
So that's almost 9 months, I guess. Yeah,
9 months, everything.
Everything. But prior to April, you're supposed to have all your documents ready.
Oh, okay.
Yes, like
IELTS,
WES, all your documents from work.
So for those that are not familiar
World
with
Education System?
World Education System, yes. You have to apply for that, and it's usually 1 month before you get the result. So you have to apply it a lot earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then during that process, what are the things that stood out that you want to share to people who will be going towards that route? What would you what stands out? Like, was there any strategy?
What was the highlights
what are
of
the
your
highlights?
application?
But you know, in reality, the category B has been closed for more than 6 months, maybe a year already. Because the last intake we heard was around November pa. Everyone's now going through AIPP, which is the most popular and probably I don't know, parang easiest way. I mean, everything's hard, but it's easy in the sense that you'll get to bypass all the other requirements the moment you find an employer.
Yeah.
So, if you want to wait for category B, which I don't know if it's still gonna open. No one really knows. Even the forums and other groups, they don't encourage it anymore. But if you still want to go to category B, just make sure all your documents are prepared, so that when the window opens,
You're ready.
You're ready
to fire. Yeah.
Because during our time, it was only 200 slots, 250 slots.
That opened for Nova Scotia province, so that's 200.
You know what really
for
amazes?
the worldwide.
You know what really amazes me is that our guests, or even those who apply online, they really know from A to Z as to what they need to do, how they have to tackle all those requirements. I really appreciate that from you guys.
It's because we were watching religiously
when in
Halifax.
Wow.
Yes. Shout out to Idol Joey.
Yeah, so if you guys are not here in Canada yet and you're watching, so go to YouTube and type in when in Halifax. And then you'll see our Jericho from the Philippines.
Yeah,
so
Jericho.
he's there. Ayan. So the same question for Anne. So Anne, how did you come here? How was your process? What was the highlights of your process?
Well, my husband applied for the spousal sponsorship, and he applied 2016, but my papers were returned several times. And finally, April of 2017, I received the email na okay na yung papers ko, and I have to do again the medical test.
You have to redo your medical exams.
Yeah. So that's it, and then.
So if you're gonna redo your application, ano yung mga natutunan mo? What are the things that you've learned that you can share to our viewers?
And we also have a lot of Filipinos and other viewers that would also bring their spouse here.
I think the very condon is patience, because when my papers were applied, it's like parang sobra kang natitense, and you really want to be with your husband, pero it seems
Ayan, si
na
Kevin.
it seems na bumabagal yung oras. So, parang napapagod na ako maghintay ng response from the CIC. But then last year, when I was not expecting it, they just emailed me that okay, you are all set to go.
I think the principle, after all the sacrifices, come the blessings. So it was the same. We are on the same page because when we were applying, I don't know what was the process. I was just panakiputas. But anyway, when my wife was applying and she was submitting all the papers, and then we were in a rush, sort of, because we were expecting for a baby. So that was back in 2011. AJ is supposed to come out December. So, and I got approved in October. So, prior to that, backslash? Parang, backtrack. It was really hard because I get to send fax, call the immigration. I fax them every week, telling them, all of the stresses and and whatnot, and I really have to be with my family. Well, I think slash is excitement to come to Canada to be with my wife. So and then eventually, after I think 6 or 7 months, they approved, and then I left the work and then come here right away. So I really share that same. Later we're gonna talk more as to the stresses and the mga struggles later on. Ayan, Beatrice, you have a fan already. David Salcedo from the Filipino nurses community. He said, "Bienvenido a Nueva Scotia, Beatrice, and Horabuena."
Wow.
Ayan. So Beatrice came here last year in September through the International Student Stream. So can you tell us about the highlights of your application and then your arrival here?
Okay. First, before coming as an international student, I applied as a tourist, and then I came here first to see how the environment was here. And then my husband came and stayed with me too, and he said, okay, it's worth it to apply. And then I went back home and I filled the application, I did everything online, and I had the test previously to that, and I was approved. When I came here, I applied and I got a free subscription from the university.
Okay. Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, and then I was waiting for all my papers there, and I got the very last moment, so it was in August 15.
Yeah.
And then I had to start classes in September.
Wow.
So it was in a hurry.
Yeah.
And I came first, and then my family came later because I came to find me for an apartment, place to live.
Later we'll talk about that. So your highlight is that you wanted to apply through the International Student Stream because you can bring your family in. It's not just you will study and then pursue your dream in Canada, but you with your family.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest highlight.
My husband got a work permit, open work permit.
Wow.
Nice.
He was working and I was studying all the time.
Yeah.
He was the one who was working for us.
And then you started as a tourist first, and then when you're ready here, that's when you applied for the international student?
I came here as tourist first, and then I went back home because I had a job there, and I was working. While I was working, I applied for the student visa, and I came as a student here. And then my husband.
Eventually, your husband and your family came over.
Yeah, he got his open work permit, and my kids also. My daughter could study. My son was not able to study because he was already graduated.
Oh, okay.
So my question, when you come here through the international student, did your husband apply for the work permit, or it's automatic in the contract?
That's automatic because I got all the package, all my family one package, and the visa was for all of them.
Yeah.
Beatrice is our personal family friend, and so we really know what she went through, and later we'll talk about that. Well, not so much, but we'll see. And now we'll have, thank you so much, Beatrice, for sharing that. And now we'll have the fresh from the Philippines, ba?
Yeah.
Shasha from the Philippines. So once again, 3-day-old in Canada. So Shasha, what were the highlights of your application with Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program? if you will share your account later, ang dami magme-message sa'yo for sure. So this is the ang pinaka-highlight talaga ngayon is ang Atlantic Immigration. So what were the highlights? What were the things that you want to share na maganda?
So I am under AIPP program, Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. I was under that program because when I applied for a job here, that was the only program available. Yes, for.
So when was this? Around which time?
I applied last year of June. June of last year. So I like Jen. So I also had prepared my WIS, IELTS, so everything. And then the process was smooth. It was easy also because I am lucky because my employer was always very much willing to help. Okay, so they sent me the provincial endorsement. So that's one of the most important document that I should have, the provincial endorsement and the compliance fee certificate that will show as a proof na in-endorse talaga ako for AIPP. So the challenge that I had was during my application. So I submitted the documents online.
Okay.
So after I think June, I think after 3 months, may bumalik na a letter, may bumalik sa akin na letter that it was denied.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't approved. Hindi ako na-approved because meron naman, may reason naman. One was, the reason was...
Hindi ko alam to kanina.
Yeah,
Sige,
the reason was, yung compliance fee certificate daw, hindi ko siya na-i-upload. So that's the only reason why. Yeah, so I had to repeat the application. So what I did was, since medyo nadala, yung term that I was parang nadala dun sa online.
Like your dream was shattered, that you can't come anymore, so and you felt dismayed.
And parang I was thinking na, Canada is not for me. Parang ganon. So what I did was, pero sabi nila, so you have to try another one para to be sure that it's not for you talaga. Kasi it was a missed out on my part. So what I did was, I had a paper application. So during the paper application, it was a very, parang ang bilis lang siya. So I submitted, maglalapse ng provincial endorsement ko May 6, I submitted May 5. May 4. Maglalapse ng provincial endorsement ko na May 6. So parang nung ko yun, parang I was, sabi ko, kina-clarify ko na, ano ba to, pag ba sinubmit ko, maglalapse na, kasi I had to pay again the processing fee. So yun, tapos 4, tapos maglalapse siya ng 6. Na bumalik sa akin na approve na ako was May 30. So May 30 I think. So, parang ganun lang siya kabilis dun sa process mo.
So despite the fact that you were denied, what urged you to continue on?
Because I really wanted to go to Canada. So that's one.
So from the Philippines straight to Canada, right?
Yes.
Is there any specific reason why Canada? Why not US?
Why not UK?
New Zealand?
Yeah.
First, the opportunity. So, yung opportunity na...
They open an opportunity.
Yeah. Tapos I was, parang hard naman ako. So, talagang... Parang ipupush ko na lang. I just have to push na ituloy ko na lang talaga. So why Canada? Kasi parang to be honest, I am not really familiar with Nova Scotia. Pero I had a family friend na who lives in Dartmouth. So siya yung nag-ano sa akin na maganda sa So nung tiningnan namin, so sabi ko kasi I am parang hindi ako yung person na gusto ko yung building, ayoko ng mga ganun eh. So, gusto ko parang medyo laid back ako. So, parang hindi naman parang gusto ko yung parang very nature, ganun. So, yun, kaya na in love talaga ako with
Yeah, absolutely.
In love na agad.
Yeah, you were in days.
Yeah. Hindi, kasi prior to that naman, nagtingin-tingin na rin ako. And then,
have you checked out Cape Breton's, what's the trail?
Cabot
Trail. It's amazing.
Sinabi,
3 days pa lang siya.
Pero na-mention siya.
She already did the research.
Na-mention siya niya sa akin, yung mga place na magaganda daw dito.
Okay, so since you're, ganun tayo. So start tayo ngayon pa ganun. So you mentioned di ba maganda ang Nova Scotia, and ano pa yung maganda na nakita mo upon your arrival? It's the same question with you guys. What are the other nice things that you've seen upon your arrival here?
In Nova Scotia.
Yes.
Yeah, apart from the yung ano talaga, the place itself is really ano. And then I was lucky lang because yung sa pagpunta ko dito talaga first time ever na aalis ako sa Philippines mag-work abroad. So that's yun talaga yung first time ko. So syempre mixed emotions, nervous, tapos natakot, tapos kinakabahan, excited as well. Pero syempre medyo
scared.
Yeah, scared.
Scared of me.
Yeah. So I was just lucky to meet Kuya Al then.
Yeah.
Kasi parang God, parang siya yung ginamit na instrument din ni God. Parang. So para makita ko din na para makita ko din na ano, yung pagstay ko dito, parang it was God's plan talaga.
Yeah. And then right away in 3 days, you've met a lot of
So prior, actually, prior
andito
to...
sila ngayon.
Oo.
Di ba? Sila Rachel, sila
Rachel, let's go in!
Ayan, so right away, I think if we maximize social media in a positive way, I think we'll be able to affect individuals in a positive way as well. So it's through Franz Marshall that we connected with Shasha, and then Shasha, I connected her with the Filipinos in Lower Sackville, and then only to find out when I picked up the newcomers, because we have settled East Coast, parang nagkaano siya, it's like a puzzle, so we were surprised that
so we were all part of God's plan.
Yeah, exactly. So Rachel was there, Benj was there, Pai, and Marco Polo was there, so the support was very strong. So kay Ann naman, so namumuro na kasi si Shasha. So si Ann naman, so how was your arrival? Naalala mo last year, how was that arrival? Kasi iba yung arrival pag AIPP, you're alone, di ba? Pero andun yung support. You got the support. But Ann already has her husband and your in-laws, right? So how was the support? How was your experience upon arrival?
Well, there's still the homesickness because syempre my family is still in the Philippines, but the thing is medyo okay na kasi I'm with my husband, and very supportive naman din yung mother-in-law ko, and I'm very thankful for that. So I arrived I think
kay Kev, hindi ka ba thankful?
Yeah,
given
of course,
na, di ba given na?
So I arrived September, parang patapos na yata, tapos na bang summer doon?
Tapos na.
So talagang pagdating ko dito is I feel really cold. So palagi ako naka-jacket kahit lumalabas kami ng bahay, makapal yung jacket ko. So yeah. I'm not used to very cold weather, that's why. So
I think even Canadians, they're not used to the cold weather. So no one is used to the cold weather. I just want to assure that. Yeah.
Yes. And then, ang maganda din sa'yo, you were able to adopt with the community, and you you're involved in some of the activity events, like the Filipino Heritage Celebration last June. You were one of the integral part of the volunteers there.
Did you join in the fashion show aside from you joined the fashion show, right? Yeah. So she joined the fashion show, and she also performed. So when you come here, why did you join? Why did you connect right away with the community? Kasi typically when you're lonely, parang homesick, I'd just rather stay home, you know. Pero why did you connect with the community right away?
Parang for me kasi to overcome my homesickness, I have to connect with the Igorot community kasi sila naman yung mas
that you can relate with right away.
So,
same culture.
Same culture. So at least medyo marami naman ang mga Igorot dito, and so I connected with them, and I was lucky to join the Filipino Heritage because of Ate Cheryl.
Yes.
Kasi very active din siya, and she was like, "Oh, do you want to join the fashion show para naman ma-introduce yung Igorot costume, ganun. So, yeah, why
Wow,
not?
awesome.
That's
And you were actually you've been in a TV.
Yeah.
So not everyone can say that they have been in the TV, right?
That was my first.
Yes!
Was it at the CTV, right?
Global News.
Global News pala.
Global News.
Nanonood kasi ako eh.
Yeah.
Global News.
Yeah,
Ayan.
Global News.
So, will that be the same advice with our other guests tonight? That we have to connect with with your community?
Yes, but there are some who would like to stay, like you said, that you'd rather stay at home. But there are lots of people who would like to connect with sa mga kababayan and yung mga ano ba yun, yung kalugar nila, so that you can relate, you can share your experience, and they can maituturo din nila sa iyo kung paano ka mag-a-adjust and kung like yung mga jobs like that, they can teach you how.
Awesome. Before we'll go with Beatrice, there's a question. You really have a fan. You have a following fan, courtesy of David Salcedo. Una pregunta for Beatrice. Hay muchos Hispanos in Halifax and Dartmouth?
No, I couldn't. Sorry.
Wala siyang nahanap daw.
Sorry, so I haven't met lots of Spanish people here. Just like, they say, two families.
What does that mean?
There probably
What is it?
She didn't find that much Spanish people around here.
Okay.
So how was your settlement? So from that support, diba, andyan yung support with the family because Anne's husband is already here. So in your case, Beatrice, how was your arrival? What happened during your arrival here in Canada?
I can say first that it was my dream that came true. Because in my country, I was working for the church. I was working a lot. And when I came here, the first people who were there to help me were people from the church. Yeah, and I can say that I never felt homesick. Because I felt that I had my family here.
Because we eat a lot.
I brought all my family, and I met lots of members that had the same belief. So, and I never felt alone. They were all there.
Supportive.
Even Al was there with his family, with his wife, with his kids. So I never felt alone. Yeah, I think that's blessings. I'm so happy to be here.
So you really have to connect to your core, right? Who you are. So with Anne, she's from the Cordillera region in the Philippines. So she came from the Igorot community, Igorot tribe. She connected with that, and then eventually connected with the bigger Filipino community in Halifax. But with you, you connected with your church. So from Ecuador, it's a worldwide church. So you connected also with the church here in Lacewood, Ayan, and they were very supportive. How about you guys? Don't sleep, huh? So how about you guys? So how did you get that connection with the locals here?
With the locals, well, the whole experience was really awesome, as you put it. Aside from Joey of when in Halifax, actually we didn't know anyone from Nova Scotia. My mom was able to have a connection. So shout out to the Nanay Ligaya and Ate Teresa.
Nanay Joy.
Yeah, the friends of also Sir Donick.
Yes.
And they were able to connect us with Ate Marisa. So, babet, basically yung experience sobrang saya because yung mga Filipinos dito, napaka-natural na matulungin.
Yes.
Tsaka mababait.
Wow.
Like, can you share the experience?
Sure, yeah.
Diba, we were given sila, we
Mika.
weren't Mika, friends din nila Ate Ligaya. We weren't
Mika.
Micah, we weren't expecting kasi
Canada
newcomers,
si
diba?
Micah na.
So, newcomers kami, wala kaming mga gamit. They just decided to donate to us.
Yes, kasi mag-move sila to their new house and they siguro bibili sila ng mga bagong furniture and everything. So what they had before, binigay nila sa amin. So we had got their
Parang kasi from the Philippines, hindi ka sanay yung mga ganon na tumatanggap, ganon, di ba? So we were, parang sila yung nag-ano sa amin, nag-open ng eyes namin na here in Canada, very natural for Filipinos to help one another kahit hindi mo kakilala. Kasi technically, ang kaibigan namin, iba, pinakilala lang sila. Pero here they are, generosity of their hearts. So, sobrang thankful kami. And yun nga, from the application to yung settle namin dito, I think the pinaka factor talaga was parang yun nga, prayers. Everything's like answered prayers because we were connected to the right people. We were introduced to East Coast Filipino Portal.
Ay, salamat naman. Meron ng East Coast.
So, parang, you know, they led to a series of events that brought us to where we are now. We're very comfortable and happy.
So in your case, guys, so you had prior connections, and then it grew from there.
Actually, when in Halifax lang talaga.
So when you connected
when in Halifax talaga.
Wait lang, you connected with when in Halifax, tapos La Marisa, yung one.
Yes.
Sila first time lang din namin silang
Ate Teresa.
Yes, first time lang din namin sila.
When in Halifax talaga. Guys, if you're watching, if you're not in Canada yet,
one more share lang. Dati sa nagla-live you see when in Halifax. Nagluluto siya ng adobo sa bahay niya.
That's the chicken that we have
Okay?
upstairs. Yeah.
Who would have known after 3 months, I would be in his kitchen eating.
Yes!
Pero not adobo, spaghetti. So, pero di ba, parang what was once a dream, it became a reality.
Before you were just watching it, right? Now you're experiencing it.
So, prayers talaga.
Ayan.
When in Halifax!
Thank you so much, and of course, you find Canada. Overall, si Joe, ikaw na kaya. Ayan. So let's get into the details. So first, ano ba yung challenge talaga? What's the greatest challenge in terms of your settlement here? Ano ba yung pinaka biggest worry? Let's do top 2 or top 3 biggest worry when you came here, tapos you really have to work on this so that you will get settled.
So before you move and while you're here now.
Okay, we'll start with Anne.
Nag-iisip
pa si Anne eh.
Oo nga, nag-iisip pa ako. Ba yun?
Same.
Same.
So, what are your challenges? Siguro,
did you worry with place to stay? Of course, wala.
No.
No, okay. So, in your case, ano yung biggest worry?
The biggest worry that I had when I arrived here was the job. Kasi, first of all, I finished medical technology in the Philippines, but when I came here, it was regulated, so I could not work as a medtech unless I take the exam or go back to school. So mahirap sa akin, and when I tried to apply, so wala akong send ng resume, but no response. So I was like, bakit kaya ganun? In my experience naman ako, I've been working 4 years. So kung ano-ano na lang nang ina-applyan ko, and my mother-in-law was like, you can apply sa ano ba yung mga home care, yung mga ganun. And para stepping stone, parang ganun.
So you have a Canadian experience.
Yeah. So I tried applying to those ones, and luckily December I was accepted at Shanex. So yun yung pinaka first job ko. Then after that, I was accepted at Nova Scotia Health Authority.
Wow!
With the blood collection, yeah. So it was.
So did you take any steps to get into the Nova Scotia Health Authority?
No,
right away your credentials were accepted?
Yeah. I sent my application the same time I sent my application with the Shanex. But I was called March yata for the interview.
Of this year?
Yeah, March for the interview. So, parang ang hiningi lang nila sa akin is yung credentials ko and my diploma in the Philippines. So,
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, but I'm working with the blood collection, so as a lab assistant. Pero
so we'll have a lineup later.
Yeah.
We have the vampire in the house.
Vampire. So yun. So yeah, my
So how did you know about the job vacancy? Is it
um,
through personal research or somebody told you?
online.
You just did it
Yeah,
online
online.
yourself.
I did
Okay.
it mostly sa Indeed.com, mga ganun.
So what are the other what are the other strategies that you can suggest for people who are looking for jobs? And right now there are still a lot of people who are already in here but are still looking for a job that they
Still
think
struggling
will
with
be-
job placement. Kasi sa'yo is permanent resident. We don't
Yeah.
have any job when we came here.
No.
So what will you advise to those who are watching?
And the thing is pala, I don't have IELTS.
You don't have IELTS, yeah.
I did not
It's not a requirement.
yeah, and my credentials were not ano bang tawag doon? Hindi siya
Accredited.
assessed with the
sa
WES.
WES.
So it was really hard for me. So I think apply lang ng apply, parang huwag ka mawala ng pag-asa. And I'm very thankful also for ISANS.
Yeah.
Immigrant Services of Association of Nova Scotia.
And next week we're gonna have them.
Oh, good.
So whatever we discuss here, we'll forward it to them.
Yeah, kasi
Yeah.
I had a 2-week workshop with them, and they teach how to make their resume, how to connect with your employers, how
Wow.
to apply, how to follow up, and everything. So tinuro nila lahat-lahat, and actually if you can make your resume and then let them check. So sila na, and iSans was and they could connect you to employers, potential employers.
Yeah.
Sila na magsasend ng resume mo. Para
Baka next week andito ka din, ah.
ay, grabe.
Suki na, suki.
Super suki na
So,
pag ganun.
is that
Yeah.
those services, are they free?
Yeah, free.
course,
Total
yeah.
free. Tapos, and I think
So how did you learn about iSense? Kasi you arrived September and then March, so medyo matagal. How did you know about iSense?
I started my workshop iSense November last year.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had the 2-week workshop, and after that, dun ako natanggap sa natawagan sa Shanex. iSense was introduced to me by my mother-in-law, yata.
Okay,
Siya
that's
ang
good.
siya ang naalala kong
Si Kevin daw.
sorry.
Ay, sige.
Sorry.
It was Kevin who introduced iSense.
Your husband. Your husband, mother.
You forgot about that. Okay, so that was, yun, job placement. Sa'yo naman,
Yeah, the challenge.
with Shasha.
Yeah. For me, yung challenge ko, since sabi ko nga kanina, it's my first time talaga ever na mag-work abroad. The first challenge, syempre, is parang looking for a place to stay.
Yeah.
That's the number one talaga for me, the challenge. Siguro yun talaga yung naging ano. Kasi, for one, I was assigned at Kinpul. I was supposed to be assigned at Quinpul Road.
location.
Yes.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then, when I informed my employer that I was able to
Find a place.
find a place already, and then I was ready to buy my ticket na for sa kanila in-inform sa akin na
You were relocated.
please look for an accommodation near Lower Sackville. So talagang sabi ko, tapos ginugol ko siya. Tapos sabi ko, ganito kalayo. O sabi ko, naku patay, mahihirapan yata ako. So, yun talaga yung one, So, parang since ako, parang nagra-rattle na ako, I joined a group na with yun nga, yung sabi ko na with Kuya Al. Tapos siya talaga yung with East Coast Filipino Portals. Sila talaga yung tulong talaga sila.
Si Joey din yun eh.
ewan ko, hindi ko alam kung saan nanggagaling yung mga naka-join doon sa GC, hindi ko na alam kung saan nanggagaling. Tapos everyone was so helpful. Talagang, in fact, ngayon yung stay ko, parang nag-giveaway lang siya. Yung room niya, ipahiram lang muna sa akin, para lang may ma-stay ako for 2 weeks. Kasi nga yung susunod ko, sobrang talagang sabi ko.
So shout out with Shasha, after 2 weeks, you have to be in a certain apartment, right?
Yeah.
So to all those who are watching in Lower Sackville, if you know a place that Shasha can live, please private message us because that's her current state.
Yeah.
She will stay for 2 weeks,
For 2
and then
weeks.
eventually
I need to transfer.
she needs to transfer to her whichever it is. So let's cross our fingers for her. If you know anyone or any place in Lower Sackville that's close to the Sackville Drive location, please message us and then yun. But I know Christy, Rod, and the rest of the guys
Yes,
are very helpful.
Very
Si Rachel, and Ben, so, ayan. So, yan.
And then, yung sa, regarding din dun sa iSans, nabanggit din ni Ann here. No, kasi, yung iSans naman, yung sa settlement ko dito kasi iSans was part of the requirement din ni employer, no. So during dun sa iSans, settlement program, I have to make a settlement program. So I was interviewed via phone. Na tinatanong ako ano yung mga needs ko. Tapos ina-explain din nila kung ano yung mga healthcare benefits, yung mga SIN, mga ganyan, lahat. And then, dun sa program na nakalagay ng employer ko, kasi sabi ko I was so lucky, dun sa program na nakalagay doon, pagdating ko pa lang dito, kasi syempre parang kung on my part parang suntok sa buwan na pupunta ka doon wala kang kaalam-alam, parang ganun. Pero ako parang medyo confident ako kasi nga may pinanghahawakan ako na iSans na yung settlement program ko doon. Nasabi doon the employer will take care of all the documents na kailangan ko talaga to start in Canada. So, very, very important.
Which they did.
Yes, and which they did. Talagang sobrang very helpful yung area coach ko na talagang siya talaga yung nag-assist sa akin.
Pag-guess natin yung area coach mo next time.
Yeah. Siya talaga yung tumulong sa akin all the way to
hotel accommodation
hotel accommodation for 3 days. Tapos yung, alam mo yun, she was pregnant pero she picked me up sa hotel para ihatid ako dun sa titirhan ko, making sure na okay na ako doon, and then, yun. So, yun siguro, importance with iSans, siguro, tama kung makakonect ka rin sa iSans, talagang very helpful sila.
So, how did iSans help you in terms of, yung first challenge mo in looking for a place to stay? Is it part of their program?
Yes. It was part of my the program na talagang i-ensure na meron talaga akong mapapag-stayan. Na makapag-settle talaga ako. Siyempre, importante. And siguro yung mga sinasabi nga nila, yung mga kasi syempre hindi naman ako aware kung ano yung mga kailangan ko dito sa Canada. So yun talaga, yung security system, yung mga ganyan. So lahat yun talaga diniscuss ni iSans. Even up to now, may mga dumadating sa akin na parang mga emails kasi nag-register ako with iSans.
That's good.
Yeah. So may dumadating sa akin na updates, emails, kung ano yung mga ganun. So yun.
Awesome. So how about with Beatrice? Or well, not with Beatrice yet. We're gonna have you guys.
Okay.
What was the 1 or 2 greatest challenges with your settlement?
Yung settlement itself, yung paghanap ng permanent resident, and yung work.
Place to stay,
that's the first two major thing talaga na naging concern namin. Kasi dun kina Ate Marisa, we're just supposed to stay for a month or 2, but we supposed to get an apartment for the 3 of us with our daughter. So aside from those 2, I think yung another struggle was yung medical or health care. Kasi on our first week, yung daughter namin, hindi niya gusto yung lasa ng formula milk dito.
So, yes,
and she's not eating. So, hirap nun for us, like, first 3 days talagang pumayat na. So, we have to look for a doctor that could look after her. And
did you find one?
Walk-in clinic.
Okay. So, as of the moment, you don't have a family doctor?
Not yet.
So, you just do walk-ins for your medical concerns? So, with the apartment, how did you find the apartment?
Supposedly, that was a major problem. Pero shoutout din sa sobrang bait ng mga Pilipino dito. Shoutout kay Tita Eunice. Na kaibigan. She just helped.
Na nasa walk-in clinic din.
Pero hindi she didn't even know us. Pero siguro dahil Filipino, tinulungan lang kami, put in a good word for us dun sa apartment. Yun lang. Before you know it, meron na kaming apartment. And as a bonus, isang maleta yata ng clothes, binigyan pa yung daughter namin. So, ganun kabait yung mga nakikilala talaga na kilala namin
dito sa... Nakita ko yung picture ng Canada Day, shirt.
Yes,
lahat ng galing kay Tita Eunice yun. Shout out. Thank you.
Ayan. So, with your second challenge, the job, how did you get your job?
So, same with Anne. online job search. So
Sariling sikap lang.
yeah, so sa Indeed.com.
Did you connect with iSans or did you know about iSans before coming
We
here?
knew iSans before kasi nag-attend kami ng pre-arrival services back in the Philippines. Pero pagdating dito, hindi namin siya nagamit. Actually, si When in Halifax talaga yun.
Yes! When in Halifax!
Nag-usap na lang
Napanood namin sa episode number 5 ng When in
Episode
Halifax.
number 5.
Wow.
Bilang na bilang.
Shoutout din, Boss John Galido, the best. So, walang
Yes.
problema. Actually, wala kaming parang when you look at it, parang lahat madali eh. All with the help of
Ginawa nilang
Filipinos.
madali because of the people na meet namin.
In hindsight, you'd see na parang, yung dali lang, ganun. Totoo challenging, pero sobrang
Oo. Pero like pagdating mo, nung dumating kami talaga, feeling mo, pagbaba mo, hindi mo alam ano una mong gagawin. Sabi nila, kailangan ko muna scene, blah blah card, kung ano-ano, and then, luckily, andun nga si When in Halifax, to pick us up dun sa airport, and after niya kami
hindi naman siya buntis, no?
Hindi naman siya.
Pero
kami tinulungan mag-settle
nag-day off pa yan, nag-day off.
Place namin pagtuluyan. Same day, tinulungan niya kami kumuha ng scene.
Same kila Rachel, tsaka kila
Drive
Bench.
around nila
Nag-day off talaga.
Sa mga kakailanganin talaga namin para makapag-start maghanap ng work. Kasi kung wala ka nung mga credential or yung mga documents na yon, you cannot really look for
Binigyan pa niya tayo ng 1,000 Canadian. No?
Wow.
Thank you, Boss Joey.
The 1,000 cash
Yun
gift.
yung gabi
Basta mag-PM lang daw kayo sa kanya.
Ayan. Mukhang marami mag-message.
Marami na ngayon nagme-message.
Did you, or anyone, did you had to search for work before you arrived here? Tried to look for?
No, so everything else dito na. Kasi para yung address is here, contact number is dito na rin. So we have to get all those information na everything is okay muna with us before talaga ako nag-apply. Yeah.
Awesome. How about Beatrice? So Beatrice, when you came here, how was your settlement? How did you get settled for a place to stay? And then your family came over. How did it happen?
Well, at the beginning it was...
Or was it the challenge? Was it the challenge for you to look for a place?
At the beginning, yes, because they were asking me for if I had a job. I was
That's one thing, yeah.
Yeah, but I was a student, so how could I prove that I had a job? And they were asking me if my husband had a job. I said, no, he's coming. So you're alone. So you want an apartment for your family? And they were asking me about if I had a bank account. If I went to have a bank account, they were asking me where I live.
But before that, you stayed with Elliot.
Yeah.
With Donna.
Yeah, when I was there.
So initially, you stayed with Donna, and then you went out in looking for a place to stay.
Yeah, I was trying.
And this is the struggle that they need.
Yeah.
You need to prove to them that you can pay them.
Yeah.
So you have to tell them that, hey, I have a work, but it's ironic, you don't have a work. You came as a student.
Yeah.
So how did you overcome that challenge?
Yeah, first a member of the church went with me to the bank, and I could get a bank account because they saw me with the Canadian person next to me and said, oh yeah, she's with somebody here, and they gave me a bank account, and then
Was there money in the bank account?
no, just bank account just to open. Yeah, because I had the money to pay the university. That was the money, because when you come here, you have to prove that you have money to pay the university, and that was the money for the fee.
Okay, I have a question. So when you receive the approval to come here, is it part of the requirement that you also have to make sure that you have money for not just for university but also for a place to stay? Is it part of the contract?
Yeah.
Okay. And you did have.
I didn't have the money because lots of friends of mine have me there. They
Contributed.
they have me. They lend me money, and I put all that money in the bank, and to prove that I have money, but the money was not mine.
Was there a specific amount that should be in the bank account?
Yeah, the amount that you have to pay the university. The university was around 12,000 a year. Then I had to have that amount plus 10,000 for me. and the amount for each member of my family. It was more than $26,000 that I need to have in the bank before coming here. And when I was coming, I thought that they were also going to ask me if I had the money. You know, you cannot come here with more than $10,000.
Yeah,
Yes.
true, yeah.
Yeah, and then when I came here, I had to bring less than that. But I also had my
That's
husband.
weird.
Yeah.
I think if they're watching what
But you're
this.
not allowed to bring more than
Yeah, and then when
But
I
you
came-
can have more than 10,000 in your bank account. But you're not allowed to bring
bring out-
actual
yeah.
10,000
Or
and give it to
equivalent.
us.
Yeah. When I went to the bank and I had the American dollars, and they asked me, where did you get? Because I brought like less than 10,000, not more than 10,000, but I got a lot of money to bank. And they say, where did you get the money? And I have to explain, because of my job and things like that. And they got the money. First of all, they said, why do you have all that big amount of money? It was like 5,000. It was to pay my tuition fee. But they said, where do you get that money? And then they got, and I get the bank account. Then to get the apartment, another member of the church.
So who asked where do you get the money? Is it the bank?
In the bank. They asked
they
me.
have to ask.
Yeah, they asked me, where do you get the money? So, yeah.
Did you say that the money came from me? I'm just kidding. Not from me, from your friends, right? From your friends. I'm just trying to make it lighter so that we just have fun. So, so you came here, and then your family came here. Patricio came over. What was the struggle? Because somebody has to work. Because you can work, but you're studying.
Yeah.
That's your main priority.
Yeah.
But how did you guys,
I
successfully
find a job
succeed?
for him. Yeah, as I said before, I can say all of the members of the church helped me. Another one helped me to find a job for my husband because he doesn't speak English at all. He doesn't say a word in English.
But he works with engineering field in Ecuador.
He's an industrial mechanic in Ecuador. He has his own workshop there. When he came here to start doing cleaning job, it was hard. It is still hard for him. Yeah. Luckily now a company saw him that his skills are really good. Now they want to sponsor him. They say that it doesn't matter if he doesn't speak the language. They want him. They contact Ison. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, they contact.
I'm just
Ison.
curious.
Yeah, they
So-
contact Ison and they say I want him, and they say, oh, I send an email, but we haven't received any answer yet. I said no, the position is for him. We want him to know a little bit more, to have the training because they want him to his degree, his certification in Ecuador. They want to transfer here first, and they want to give him a certification to be working here as a skilled worker certified.
So with that, will you guys be staying in Nova Scotia?
Yeah, that's the idea because that was my dream to come here, to live here, because I always like when I first heard the first word in English, I say I like English and I want to live in a place where people speak English. That's why in my country I pay a lot to
Good
have
morning, good
good
evening.
education for my
English
kids,
too.
and they understand English, so that's good. But my husband said no. When I go there, if I go there, I will learn English there. And when he came here, he said, nobody teach you anything for free. Yeah, and he said, I want to learn, and that you have to pay $1,000 per month. But you have to work. If it doesn't work, how can he study? Now it's been a little struggle for him.
Yeah. So just wondering, how is he adjusting in terms of work and not being able to speak English?
Was he the husband?
The husband, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the plan for him to be able to still accomplish his roles without really being familiar with the English language?
Yeah, so he was in cleaning. He was not just
Works in the hotel.
Yeah, he was in a hotel, and he just because as I was allowed to work 20 hours a month. A week. And I asked to work there, and I was first I was being trained, and I was also training him. Yeah, at the same time. Yeah, and he learned.
So you really firsthand, you've seen how he he went through that experience.
Yeah, now, so at the beginning it was hard for me because I was studying. Sometimes I didn't sleep at all. Yeah, to study and to work because I was working 20 hours a week. It was the weekend working, and it was very hard for me to work and study at the same time. And he was all the time saying, I want to go back home. I don't like this. I don't want to. Yeah, but
It was
finally,
really hard.
yeah, finally, so he has that opportunity to stay here, but sometimes he say, you know, I used to be my own boss, and now I have to have some more people telling me what I have to do.
We always tell Beatrice that you wait until summer because it will change. The attitude will change, you know, because they came here during the winter. So it's a common mood for you to feel depressed, and then you start your family. And then my wife kept on saying, just wait until summer comes. So when summer came, everything changed. And the opportunity came for him, and then everything's doing fine. So now let's cross our fingers for the family, and hopefully you will get your work permit so that you can continually work and then eventually become a resident. Ayan. So with all of this, challenges, in the advertisement I said struggles, but these are really challenges. With all of these challenges, do you think it's worth it to continue on with your journey here in Canada?
Yeah. Definitely.
So your stay so far, what are the things that you really like? I'm not sure for Sasha because you haven't been here. 3
days.
What are the highlights so far that you like? And like, if someone would ask you, is it worth it for me to stay in Halifax, in Nova Scotia? What's the first thing that will come out of your mind to say, yeah, it's worth it because of this? What would those be?
What will you tell them? What? We'll start with Anne. If somebody will say, I want to go to Nova Scotia, what will you tell that person?
Okay, so paano ba? Hindi siya yung super populated na if we compare it to the Philippines, parang sa province. Nasa province siya. So I like it here kasi yun nga hindi siya super populated, and yun parang nasa countryside. Parang actually sabi ko nga sa husband ko I feel like I'm at home. Parang nasa Pilipinas pa rin
Galing ni
ako.
Kevin Ayan. How about you, Shasha?
For the
3
days.
days.
Hindi. Siguro, what I will always be thankful for is siguro the people. Yung nandito talaga. Kasi you really, like her, siguro, sa kanya kasi, kay Anne, kasi is the ambience. No? And the ambience na lang. For you, dito sa akin, for me naman, hindi mo ma-feel na ano ka, because sobrang daming willing to help. Parang and if you will ask me if it's worth it, yes, it's worth it. Because there are, it would be unfair kung ikaw sa sarili mo susuko ka, tapos ang daming taong gustong tumulong sa'yo. So it would be unfair. So it's always worth it para to stay, and yun lang.
Guys, just to let you know, we'll redo this next year. We'll see how your so we'll see how we're gonna invite so we're gonna invite you guys again next year.
Anniversary.
I'm serious. So next year, August, we'll invite you and we'll ask, Shasha, is it still worth it to be in Canada? So we'll make a follow-up. So Beatrice, if somebody from your country or whoever will say, I want to go to Nova Scotia, what can you say about Nova Scotia?
Well, it's a wonderful place. First of all, when I was in my country, I used to be a teacher, and then when I decided to come and study office administration, because I was working also, I was managing something, I said I want to work in the college where I want to study. I just was saying that to my husband. But when I was here, I was working in a hotel, and I was planning to do my work term in the hotel, but something happened, and my teacher said, okay, you're going to be here, the front desk, in the college. I said, I couldn't believe it at the beginning.
Wow.
Then
Which location is this?
We would know so that we could go there.
Where's this? Which location of NSCC? Akerly?
Is IT campus Leeds.
Oh, the lead campus.
Oh, okay. It's in Halifax.
Then my teacher put me there, and luckily my boss gave me what is that, seasonal job, and I'm still working there. Yeah, and then after that I will try to find something else. But something that is really good that I did something that came to my mind first, but I didn't mean to when I was in the college. So everyone was looking at that position, but I didn't mean to be there. So I think it's just blessing, because one of my classmates said, "What do you do? What are you doing here? Who do you here?" I said, "Oh, my teacher," but it was not the original place that I was to be.
Sometimes when your classmate asks that, don't answer.
Ignore that. Yeah.
So everything just was in place, right, for you. How about you guys?
Nagtinginan ulit.
We went to Nova Scotia because of our daughter. So the potential, so that she can have options when she grows up, the opportunity. So having that mindset, everything is obviously it's worth it.
Yes. And sabi nga nila, ang daming tao na gusto sa pwesto natin ngayon.
In English?
In English.
A lot of people want our position
now.
Or our situation.
Yes.
To
So, bakit ka hindi magiging grateful sa kung anong meron ka right now? And also, apart from the Filipino community that we have met here at my workplace, we're actually coming from different countries, and they're actually like a second family.
Immigrants.
So, and the feelings like they're my extended family too.
Absolutely,
yes. So they're like so accommodating and very helpful with our transition, not only for me, but they're also asking like or making sure that it's not only for me but also for Koji and Olivia.
So one thing I'm really getting from this is that you came here not alone. You came here not just with a dream, but you came here because you have that motivation with Beatrice, with the family. You guys with Liv, and then with Kevin, and of course kay Shasha naman, yung maganda sa kanya. Syempre, di ba, hindi naman siguro family, pero yung sa kanya is somebody is helping you, so why won't you help yourself and continue on with the process and eventually become successful? So the reason why we're successful is because of the viewers.
Yes!
So we'd like to say hi to again, of course, of Joe.
We'd
like to say hi to Greg Forbes. Greg Forbes. It was actually Koji who connected us with Greg Forbes and Tita Peachy. So Tita Peachy, he's actually chatting with her, and sabi niya, Tita Peachy is actually enjoying the interview, so she likes the interview. And we'd like also to say hi to Rosie Vidals. Say hi to Jaime Calle also.
You know where they are? They are in New York.
Oh,
from New York!
Wow!
From Cubao.
Wow! Is it New York Cubao or New York, New York? In New York.
She's from Mexico and he's...
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Hola!
Wow. Awesome. So, saludos, Beatrice. We have lots of fans, Beatrice. And of course, we'd like to say hi to Ramil Aquino. Ayan, Ramil, our PPA, our PHBL commissioner. And of course, to Cesar Sabaldica Bosque. Thank you so much. Armando and Josie Regala from Dartmouth. Maraming salamat po for supporting us. And Donnie.
So we have Jeff Apayo, si Jeff last time, and then si Abigail Chu, si Apple de Langalin, si Apple was viewing, si Catherine Flores, si Ralph Jeronimo, si Rod and Christine is watching, si Joby Abelio.
And of course, Joyce, she's watching. Ayan. mga supporters meron ng supporters ang Settle East Coast.
Yes!
Guys, i-plug naman natin yung Settle East Coast.
Yeah! What's Settle East Coast?
Ano ba yung Settle East Coast?
Sabi nila.
Siya pala yung taga...
Ay, parang ako yung makakinapo yan.
First beneficiary.
Yeah.
So Settle East Coast, it's the Filipino Bayanihan spirit. So tulong-tulong. So we guys help each other, and of course, not just our community, of course, other communities. As we have Beatrice from Ecuador and from other countries as well. So Rafael Alvina, thank you so much for watching. Jamela Mangente, and of course David Salcedo for following us on East Coast Filipino Portal. And thank you also. We can't wait in September. It's a solid date for the nurses, Filipino nurses that will be guesting, because we've been getting a lot of questions and a lot of requests that sana i-guest din daw ang mga nurses.
Yeah, so that we can get some tips for like curing ourselves, right?
We already have a vampire, so cure us after the vampire experience. So also hi to Michelle Carrion, MJ Kakayan. Thank you so much, guys. And of course to Darlene Allen. Guys, if you haven't liked and followed East Coast Filipino Portal, please go to Facebook. Just type in East Coast Filipino Portal and you will see my face, Dominic and Joey, and that's us. So just click it and follow us. And if you have any questions or any requests as to which topic that you want us to feature or to talk about during our live stream, please do so. We'd love comments. We'd love to improve because we're not perfect. So we are a work in progress. So please comment, and you can also email us at eastcoastfilipino@gmail.com. And guys, I can't wait. Parati na ako, I can't wait. Excited parati. We can't wait also to see, when in Halifax is growing, East Coast Filipino Portal is growing. Guys, Settle East Coast is also an avenue for us. Kasi I'm a firm believer that despite the many difficulties or challenges or bad events that's happening in the world, there are still good people. And we hope that in the Filipino community, we try to foster that Bayanihan spirit, that spirit of helping others, so that when we see them progress, then that also brings fulfillment to ourselves. Ayan, so we are all in this together. Hindi pwedeng si Shasha lang, bahala na siya. After 2 weeks, good luck sa kanya. No, we have to help her, and then same with Anne, with Koji and Jen and Beatrice and the rest. So we can't do this alone.
Absolutely, we need your help. Yeah. So if anyone would like to be part of Settle East Coast, it will be an honor for us to have you in the group to be able to help more family, more people, for them to be able to settle in Halifax and in Nova Scotia. And then, are we going to do the promo play?
No, we're gonna thank YouFind. YouFind Canada. Thank you so much. If you guys have a business and you want to promote it online,
social media,
go to youfind.ca, or you can contact Joey Moreno. So Joey Moreno is all over on Facebook, YouTube. So contact him, call him. What's the number, Donick?
Number is 902-440-8304.
Anong
Joey
number
Moreno.
902-440-8304. Or visit youfind.ca. So if you have an online, everything is online now, guys. So if we maximize, my question si Ann mamaya tatanungin niya personal. I know when we come to a different country, we also not just do our work, we also want to do our passion. So maybe Beatrice knows a passion na she can come up with as a business eventually. So yun, if you have an established business already, ang daming mga Filipinos na maraming mga luto-luto, maraming mga cooking and all those. So you can come up, you can ask youfind.ca. That's 902-440-8304. And of course, Hook on Detailing. Call them. Thank you so much, Paul Salvador. Call them at 902-412-6004 for your premium auto detailing. Visit them at 43 Fielding Avenue. And of course, Mortgage Alliance. call Donic at 902-292-1368. So if you guys have any questions about mortgage, contact that guy because he knows a lot about your mortgage. So for your right broker and your right mortgage, contact Donic Abad. And of course, sino pa ba? Sakit na.
You find ulit, you find.
And of course, Primerica, thank you so much. So kami ganun. So kami din. So yun, for your protection of your, kasi di ba, we all work hard. At the end of the day, we go home, we're tired. But the question is, are we protecting our hard work, hard-earned money? So make sure that, kasi in Canada, everything can be very expensive. When you do this thing, you have to pay for this. When you avail of this, you have to pay for this. A while ago, Rachel and Shasha, they were discussing about their cell phone. Like it really costs when you convert it. It there's a cost to it. But how can you protect the hard-earned money? So contact Primerica through Donic Abad at 902-292-1368. And of course, it's still summer here in Nova Scotia. Well, in Nova Scotia lang summer, no? It's still summer here in Canada, so we are giving away through our promo play. Halo, halo, guys! So please, if you haven't joined in the halo, halo yet, we're gonna give you 10 seconds. Ayan, so kung di pa kayo nag-join, you can still join by going to our promo play and then answer the question.
Yung mga guests meron.
Ayan. Okay, so we'll have timer stop. Stop na. Walang start na. Okay, Beatrice, can you do the honor of clicking the start and we'll find out who won? May kinakabahan.
Kasi nag-join.
Who won?
Jacqueline
Moto.
Oh, congratulations, Jacqueline Moto.
Nandito si Jacqueline. Bibigyan natin sa kanya. Ayan. Jacqueline, congratulations. So guys, before we're gonna say goodbye, medyo humaba tayo ng discussion. But it's okay. It's a worth it episode. What's your parting words, guys? We'll start with Koji, and what's your parting words? What's your advice?
To those planning to immigrate, ang daming pwedeng researchan. East Coast, when in Halifax, so due diligence, yung application nyo, pagbutihan nyo because kayang-kaya naman.
It's a generation of social media, so ang daming resources.
Yeah.
See, Jen.
Same.
Carry on that. How about Beatrice? What's your advice or piece of advice to all those who are watching?
Yeah, if you really have a dream, so you have to
pursue it.
Yeah, because this is my plan. It was not just for a month or a year. It took me a long time. So I said that is the place. I had lots of other opportunities to be in the States, but my dream was here. So, and I'm here, but I was all the time praying. That is the answer to my prayers.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. So always include your belief in whatever you do. And of course, Anne.
Ano ba? Use some social medias wisely kasi doon mo talaga you can learn a lot from it if you use it wisely, and prayers too, and ISANs. If you are a newcomer, they will help you a lot.
Awesome.
Just go to their office and they will help you.
Awesome. So maximize whatever is available, like ISANs.
Resources that you have.
And of course, I don't need it.
So just wanted to say, if you have East Coast is here for us to be able to feature the talents, the achievements that Filipinos and our friends have, so that they'll be recognized and those will be highlighted. And if you know any person that you think deserves to be in the show for them to be recognized, or for them to be able to benefit from the community that we have, it will be an honor for us to have them in the show.
Awesome. Thanks so much. And Shasha, what's your
Ah,
advice?
Advice. So, for me, my advice is nothing is easy. Yes. What's important is there are people who are willing to help you, and at the same time, you should be also willing to help yourself. Yes. And another thing is
So
prayer.
never be scared.
Yes, prayer is so powerful. Yes, and you just have to go with what God planned for you. Yeah, that's planned for you. So that's it, I think.
Pwede to sa ano, no? Pwede tong pang ano.
Pwede!
No?
Pag wala
So, na-miss ka namin pero baka maano.
Shasha na eh.
Ayan, so, guys, I think ang dami kong natutunan from this discussion. I think more than anything else, a dream will not come true if you will not work hard for it, and if you will not consider others who are available to help you. So don't pursue your dreams alone, because there are opportunities, there are people, there are instruments, and of course God is there for you to guide you and to be able to pursue your dream, because that dream at the end of the day, it's a good dream. It's a positive thing that will affect not just yourself, but your child, your husband, your family, or your friends. So it's not just a selfish dream. It's a dream that will help you and the people that are dear to you. So you have to pursue your dream.
Yeah, I think for me too, one thing that I've learned during the discussion tonight is you have to be determined. There are times you get denied, but you should still pursue it, because there's something in there. It's worth it for the challenges, and also it's not just you. It's usual for people to get denied, but still eventually be approved. So make sure that you're determined, you're focused, you do what is right and what is needed for you to be able to achieve that goal.
Try.
Yeah.
So always keep a positive outlook. So once again, guys, we have learned a lot from this, and you guys have been part of this. We are so grateful. Shasha, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, Koji. Ayan, Jen, and of course, Beatrice. Thank you so much. Once again, guys, this has been your friend Al Landingin and
Don Nicabad
for East Coast Filipino Portal. Yay!
Welcome to East Coast Filipino. Do you remember before you called Canada your new home, you dream about coming here first? Mga kababayan and East Coast friends, this August 16 at 8 p.m. on our Friday live stream habit, meet our kababayans and dear friends who made their dreams come true, our dearest newcomers. Meet Koji, one of the very loyal East Coast friends who just arrived late spring of this year through the provincial nominee program. Meet Anne. Despite many hurdles of her documents, she finally got reunited with her husband last September 2018. Meet Beatrice, who worked at Ecuadorian Air Force and came here last year and now